This marks a long journey ahead of us on hopes to find answers for the children who never made it home from the St. Bernard Mission. Once we do that, we can start our journey of healing, rebuilding our identities that they fought so hard to take from us. The grief we felt when discovering our stolen children has opened fresh wounds. We remember the desolation of our people felt when our children were forcibly removed from their families, communities, to be placed in Indian residential schools. I would like to honor all the elders, survivors, who bravely shared their truth with us. Truths that were not believed or acknowledged for many, many years. We are forever grateful for their forced sacrifice and courage. These findings that we're talking about today validated their lived experiences.
We searched nearly 1 acre of land around the St. Bernard's Indian Residential School over 6 days, using the Canadian Archaeological Association's established best practices for single-channel, ground-penetrating radar data collection when searching for unmarked graves. The GPR survey was conducted in 4 general areas separated into 15 individual grids. The GPR worked differently across the 15 grids, with some grids providing very clear results and others somewhat less reliable results. In addition, we collected imagery using drones to provide a clear map and additional data for the area. All of the data were analyzed to look for anomalies containing traits associated in the scientific literature with unmarked graves. Anomalies consistent with other buried features such as tree roots, building footprints, rodent burrows, pipes, and gravel roads were eliminated, and the remaining anomalies were assessed by multiple analysts. As Chief Halcrow noted, 169 potential graves were identified based on analysis of anomalies within the GPR data that had characteristics associated with unmarked graves.
As you have heard, Dr. Kisha and her team have discovered 169 anomalies that have traits associated with grave sites. This means there are 169 potential remains of Indigenous children left behind. 169 children who never made it home to their parents, grandparents, and community. As survivors of the residential school system, we're aware of the abuse and crime children endured at these institutions. Now with ground-penetrating radar technology, the rest of the world can see the truth we've always known. These are not schools. These were not schools. They were institutions established to kill the Indian in the child. And as the number of children found in graves continues to climb, we see it was never about erasing who we are, but eradicating us altogether.
We also recognize these results will be painful and distressing for many, especially for survivors and community members. Every child matters. One grave is too many around a school. These children died far often from their families. As someone whose family members are in the records of the children who died at the school, I feel the pain of loss of those who should have been my aunties and uncles. Each of these children was a beloved part of a family, and no one has been held accountable for their deaths.